Ice Barbie herself, Kristi Noem, attended an ICE raid this week just outside of Chicago, where she helped them arrest several U.S. citizens. Legal U.S. citizens. The Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security was right there, all dressed up, had her little ICE hat, and she got the whole thing on video, and she posted it to her social media of her department arresting U.S. citizens. Now, don't worry, folks. Those U.S. citizens, of course, were released after they were able to show proper documentation. But ICE is also telling a different story. Kristi Noem is telling a different story about why those individuals were rounded up so that it doesn't seem like they were engaging in racial profiling, right? Because at first they said, like, no, these people were detained. And then once they were able to provide the proper documentation, they were freed to go. But then another part of the Department of Homeland Security said, no, these people weren't even detained. All it was that they were removed, from the area where we were going after the real people, and because it was a safety issue for them and a safety issue for the officers. We can't have these good red-blooded Americans getting up in the way and caught in the crossfire, perhaps. So the same department on the same day with two different stories. Kind of remarkable, isn't it, right? Like, yes, we detained them, but then they showed us who they were and we let them go. And the other side is like, no, they actually were just removed from the house so that we could get the bad people. This raid, according to the neighbors around there, included spotlights, armored trucks, and a helicopter. Helicopter flying overhead. So this was a pretty massive raid. And you would expect, of course, with a massive raid, they're going to pull a lot of people out of that house, right? I mean, hell, the Secretary of Homeland Security's there. Obviously, this is the biggest raid we've ever seen. You know how many people they got, including the two U.S. citizens? 5. The two U.S. citizens, of course, were released. 3. How many millions of dollars? Because Kristi Noem likes to travel private, right? How many millions of dollars did y'all just spend to arrest 3 people who you claim are in the country illegally? 3 people who you claim have committed heinous acts, like one of them has a DUI. One of them was arrested for assault. The other for felony stalking. Okay, we do have a justice system that deals with those things. Or you could be lying and none of those people have been arrested for anything. We don't necessarily know because, of course, you haven't released their names, at least not as of this recording. So you could be making this all up, just like your story changed back and forth between why you detained the American citizens. The answer is simple. They went in there, saw folks that all looked Hispanic and said, all of y'all get in handcuffs and get in the truck. That's what happened. They didn't bother to check. It's shoot first, ask questions later. It's racial profiling is what it is, and Kristi Noem was there to make sure that it happened. Probably spent, I guarantee you, hundreds of thousands towards $1 million, if not over $1 million, to arrest 3 people off the street. Is that worth it? Is that worth it to you, folks? At a time when our government tells us every day we're trying to get rid of all the waste, fraud, and abuse. Now, excuse me, we're going to send Ice Barbie in a new outfit on her private Barbie plane to go arrest 3 people who may or may not be the people she says they are. That's where we're at in this country right now. Wasting money for performative bullcrap. Thanks for watching, everyone. We're inching closer and closer to 1 million subscribers, and we're aiming to hit that goal before the year closes. So if you aren't subscribed to the channel, please do so, and don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thanks for joining us as we head towards this huge milestone.